Good morning and assalamu alaikum everybody. Can you hear me beta? Good morning and assalamu alaikum girls and boys. Are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, Anusha. Okay. Okay, class 9, as you all know that last week we Karachiites have faced a heavy rainfall and I hope that you all must be safe and sound at your home. And because of bad weather, due to the heavy rainfall and bad weather, our one of the lectures was suspended as well. In a week we have 3 lectures, but last week we had 2 lectures instead of 3. So let's start our today's lecture and what we are going to study today. Let's start our lecture. Mm, okay, so today we have lecture number 31. Today we are going to have lecture number 31 and date is 31st of August 2020. As you know that your previous week was your language week and this week from Monday till Thursday this ongoing week will be your literature week. Okay. So we are going to have our lecture number 31 and date is 31st of August 2020. Okay. As you all know that in our literature we are doing nowadays lesson number 9. It's a poem children and I told you that this poem has 9 stanzas altogether. This poem has 9 stanzas altogether and I have splitted this poem and I have included 3 stanzas in each lecture. So after completing the explanation of these 3 stanzas, inshallah, our this lesson number 9, children, will be finished. Okay. So before I start my proper lecture, let me tell you that the students who are present right now, kindly write your present in the chat box. If you are there and if you are listening me, kindly write your present in the chat box. Okay. Walaikum salam, Arishpa beta. Okay. Those who are present, kindly mark your attendance in the chat box. And now we are going to start our lecture. As I told you that today we have lecture number 31 and date is 31st of August 2020 and lesson number is 9. It's from children. First 6 stanzas I have explained you in my previous lectures and last 3 stanzas, stanza number 7, 8 and 9 we are going to study today. Okay, so let's start the lesson. We have stanza number 7, page number is 56. If you have your books, you can open page number 56 of your book and stanza number is 7. So let's start reading the stanza. Come to me, O ye children, and whisper in my ear what the birds and winds are singing in your sunny atmosphere. Okay, first of all, I will give you the meanings of difficult words. Whisper means to speak slowly, and atmosphere means a hawa. Okay, so come to me, oh ye children. First of all, ye. Ye means you, your, or yours. As I have told you, it's an older version of English. पहले old English में instead of writing you, we used to write ye. Okay, ये लिखा जाता था. Okay, now as I have told you, if you remember the very first stanza of this poem, children, I have explained you that the writer is so confused. The writer is so perplexed. The writer is so worried. There are tensions and worries in the mind of a children, in the mind of the poet, which are making him so tensed and puzzled. And what are those tensions and worries? Those are the tensions of old age. The writer has become, the poet has become too old and he is too weak that he thinks that he is going to die very soon. He is going to leave this world very soon. That is why the writer wants to enjoy the company of the children. If you remember, in previous stanzas, I have explained you that the writer has compared the children with the singing swallows, with flowing brooks, and the windows that open towards the east. Why does the writer compare the children with the windows that open towards the east? Because sun rises in the east. And sunrise means a new idea, a new thought, a new beginning, a new energy. Whenever you get up in the morning, in your mind there are lots of things. Okay, you start to plan like आज मैं ये करूँगी, आज मैं वो करूँगा, आज यहाँ जाऊँगा, आज ये करना है. So this means a new energy, a new hope, a new idea, a new day, a new beginning. That is why the writer has compared the children with the birds and the winds which are singing and the windows, the eastern windows that open towards the sun. That is why the writer has compared the children with the windows that open towards the sun. Sunrise means a new day, a new hope, and a new beginning. And the writer is saying the atmosphere of children is sunny atmosphere. Sunny atmosphere means where the sun rises, and sun rises means a new day, a new hope, a new energy. Whereas, what is the atmosphere in poet's life? It is the atmosphere of autumn. For himself, the writer has used a word autumn. Why the writer has used the word autumn? Because autumn is the season when trees, when leaves become yellow, leaves become weak, and they start to fall from the trees. वो दरख्तों से गिरना शुरू हो जाते हैं. And first fall of snow. Why the writer has used the first fall of snow for himself? Because snowfall is the season when everything becomes so you can say sad and life stops somewhere. स्नोफॉल की वजह से इंसान की ज़िंदगी एक्टिव नहीं रहती, इंसान की ज़िंदगी में कहना चाहिए कि इतनी ज़्यादा हरकत नहीं रहती. दैट इज़ वाई द राइटर हैज़ कंपेयर्ड हिमसेल्फ विद the first fall of snow and autumn, while the writer has used the word sunny atmosphere. वो ये कह रहे हैं कि बच्चों के लिए जो एटमॉस्फेयर है, whatever the air is for children, it is a sunny air. But for himself, for the poet, it is the atmosphere of first fall of snow and autumn. The writer has used word autumn for himself because here the writer means by using the word autumn is old age, budhapa. He knows that he is going to leave this world very soon. He is going to die very soon. That is why he is calling the children to himself. He is calling the children to himself. He wants them to come to him. He wants them to enjoy his company. He wants to enjoy their innocent thoughts. He wants to enjoy their innocent talks. ये बिल्कुल फर्स्ट स्टेंजा की एक्सप्लेनेशन की तरह है कि the writer is calling the children to himself. Why is he calling the children to himself? Because he wants them to whisper in his ear. वो चाहता है कि ये बच्चे उसकी कान में सरगोशी करें और उसको बताएं कि what are their thoughts, what are their thinkings, how is their life, how they are full of energy, full of passion, full of new ideas, full of hopes. That is why the writer is calling the children to himself, because he wants to enjoy their company, he wants to enjoy their innocent talks, he wants to enjoy their truthfulness, their honesty. That is why the writer is calling the children to himself, because the writer's life is full of snow, full of autumn, whereas the children's life is full of sunny atmosphere, full of, the writer has compared the children with the singing birds, flowing brooks, and the winds which are singing, and the atmosphere in children's life is sunny. It means children's, बच्चों के सामने तो एक पूरी जिंदगी रखी हुई है, उनकी जिंदगी तो अभी शुरू हुई है. The life of the children has just started. They are just at the starting point of the life, whereas the poet is at the ending of his life. He is going to die very soon. He is going to leave this world very soon. That is why he has written here that in children's life they have an atmosphere, sunny atmosphere, whereas in his life it is the atmosphere of first fall of snow and autumn. Okay, that is why he is calling the children to himself. He wants to listen them, he wants to enjoy their company, because he wants to forget all his tensions and worries even for a short period of time. Okay, now tell me in the chat box, is explanation of first stanza clear? Is explanation of first stanza clear to all of you? Except Khatija, Nawal, anybody else? Any question that you want to ask, because I'm moving forward now. Okay, so we are moving forward. Okay, Aima. So we are moving forward. Now, again, page number 56 and stanza number 8. Acha, beta, this is your responsibility to listen this explanation very carefully and learn the meanings of difficult words, because in my last few minutes, like in 5 to 10 minutes, I will ask you the question. Okay, in last few minutes, we will conduct a question answer session and you people will give me the answers. So please learn the meanings of difficult words and listen the explanation very carefully. Okay, now we are again at page number 56 and stanza number 8. Let's start reading. For what are all our contrivings and the wisdom of our books, when compared with your caresses and the gladness of your looks? Okay, first of all, I will give you the meanings of difficult words. Contrivings. Contrivings means devices or inventions, यानी कि इजादात जो इंसान आज तक करता चला रहा है, नई से नई inventions, they are known as contrivings. Okay, wisdom. What is the meaning of wisdom? Wisdom means quality of being wise, यानी कि अक्लमंद होना, sharp, clever, wise. And caresses, caresses means love or affection, kiss or embrace, यानी कि मोहब्बत, शफकत, नरमी. Okay, so these are the meanings of difficult words. Now I am going to tell you the explanation of stanza number 8. Here the writer is saying, till the date, till now, aaj tak, man has made thousands of devices. Man has made lot of inventions and the wisdom of our books. And man has written thousands and numbers of books, and these books are the proof of this thing that man is very wise. इन किताबों को पढ़ के हमें ये अंदाज़ा होता है कि इंसान कितनी अक्ल रखता है, इंसान कितना होशियार है, इंसान कितना शार्प है, इंसान कितना क्लेवर है. अच्छा, why the man has made lots of contrivings? Why the man has invented lots of inventions and devices? कोई मुझे इसका आंसर बता सकता है? Why man has made lots of inventions and devices? What is the purpose of making or inventing these devices or making these inventions? क्यों की जा रही हैं? आज तक man is inventing. Still, the process. Very good, Khatija. To make our life easy, to make our work easier, to make us relax, to make us happy. अब आप देखें, अगर फॉर एग्जांपल हम किसी परेशानी में, हम किसी टेंशन में, हमने टीवी ऑन किया, we started to watch our favorite program, we started to watch our favorite show, हमें लगा कि हम थोड़ी सी देर के लिए रिलैक्स हो गए. Okay, now why the man has been writing so books, lots of books? इन्वेंशंस के साथ साथ इंसान किताबें भी लिखता चला आ रहा है. Why we are writing so many books? किताबें लिखने का क्या मकसद है? Who is going to give me the answer? Why are we writing so many books? Aaj tak, till now, still the man is writing. Yes, to gain knowledge and to get information from the books. Or by reading books, we can relax ourselves. मैं आपको बताऊं कि बहुत से लोगों में ये हैबिट होती है कि before going to bed, they do a book reading to make ourselves relax, to make ourselves happy. हम लोग हर तरह की बुक्स पढ़ते हैं. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन आवर इंटरेस्ट कि हमें किस किस्म की बुक्स पसंद है. किसी को साइंटिफिक बुक्स पसंद है, किसी को हिस्टोरिकल बुक्स पसंद है, किसी को आप कह सकते हो कि साइंटिफिक, हिस्टोरिकल, रोमांटिक, लिटरेचर और इसके अलावा जो है स्टोरीज. सो ऑल इट डिपेंड्स ऑन आवर चॉइसेस. हम लोगों को जब कोई किताब पढ़नी होती है, हम लोग अपनी पसंद की किताब उठाते हैं to make ourselves happy. Why do we read these books? We read these books to forget our tensions and forget our worries even for a short period of time. So here the writer is saying, till now, till the date, the writer, the man has invented thousands of inventions. The man has made lots of devices. इतनी devices हैं कि जिसका कोई हद नहीं है. इंटरनेट हमारे पास है, लैपटॉप्स हमारे पास हैं. आप एरोप्लेन एक इन्वेंशन है इंसान की आसानी के लिए कि घंटों का सफर चंद मिनटों में तय हो जाता है. कई कई दिनों का सफर चंद घंटों में तय हो जाता है. Why we have developed so many inventions? ताकि हम अपने आप को रिलैक्स कर सकें, अपने आप का फायदा सोच सकें, अपने आप को आसानी दे सकें, अपने आप की टेंशन और परेशानियों को खत्म कर सकें. But the writer is saying, when we compare all these inventions and when we compare all these books with Caris's, your Caris's, who is your here? Who is your here? With your Caris's? Who is your here? कौन है यहाँ पे? Your का मतलब क्या है? Yes, very good, Alishma. It means children. The writer is saying that till today, till the date, man has invented lots of inventions. Man has written lots of books. But when we compare all those inventions and all those books with love, affection, and care of the children and the gladness of your looks, और वो कह रहे हैं कि तुम्हारी अंदर जो एनर्जी है, तुम्हारे अंदर जो होप है, तुम्हारे अंदर जो पैशन है, वो जब हम कंपेयर करते हैं उन तमाम इन्वेंशंस के सामने, उन तमाम बुक्स के सामने, योर अटेंशन, योर अफेक्शन, योर केयर एंड योर लव, these inventions and these books are nothing. These inventions and these books are nothing in front of the love, affection, and care of the children. Writer is saying, अपने आप की आसानी के लिए, अपनी टेंशन्स भुलाने के लिए, अपनी परेशानियों को भुलाने के लिए हम किस चीज़ का सहारा लेते हैं? हम डिफरेंट इन्वेंशंस का सहारा लेते हैं, हम मुख्तलिफ डिवाइसेस का सहारा लेते हैं, हम किताबों का सहारा लेते हैं. लेकिन ये तमाम इन्वेंशंस, ये तमाम डिवाइसेस और ये तमाम किताबें जब बच्चों से कंपेयर की जाती हैं, बच्चों की मोहब्बत से, बच्चों की शफकत से, बच्चों की नरमी से, तो ये तमाम इन्वेंशंस और ये तमाम किताबें बच्चों के सामने दे आर नथिंग. Whatever the love, whatever the care, whatever the affection we receive, we get from the innocence, from the innocent talks, from the truthfulness, and from the honesty of the children, it's too much in front of all these contrivings and books. The writer is saying, in front of the looks of the children, in front of the love, care, and affection of the children, these inventions, these books, and these devices are nothing. यानी कि ये किताबें और ये डिवाइसेस और इन्वेंशंस भी हमें वो खुशी मुहैया नहीं कर सकती, वो आराम, वो सुकून मुहैया नहीं कर सकती, प्रोवाइड नहीं कर सकती जो हमें बच्चों की शफकत, बच्चों की नरमी और बच्चों के प्यार से मिलती है. That is why the writer is calling the children to himself, because he wants to forget his tensions. He wants to forget all his troubles and worries. ऐसा नहीं है कि उसके दिमाग में अगर कोई टेंशन और परेशानियां हैं तो वो किसी किताब का सहारा ले ले, वो किसी इन्वेंशन का सहारा ले ले, वो किसी डिवाइस का सहारा ले ले. अगर वो चाहे तो वो ऐसा कर सकता है, लेकिन वो ऐसा नहीं कर रहा है, because he wants to forget all his tensions and worries by enjoying the company of the children. वो बच्चों की कंपनी को इंजॉय करते हुए अपनी तमाम टेंशन्स और अपनी तमाम परेशानियों को भूलना चाहता है. That is why the writer is saying कि in front of children's love, children care and children affection, these devices and inventions and these books are fail. They are nothing. If we want to forget our tensions, if we want to forget our worries, we should enjoy the company of the children. We should enjoy the innocence of the children. Okay? मुझे चैट बॉक्स में बताइए, is it clear? Is explanation of this stanza clear? Okay, should we move forward? Okay, now we are moving forward. Now, this is the last stanza of this poem, and again, page number is 56. Let's start reading. Ye are better than all the ballads that ever were sung or said, for ye are living poems, and all the rest are dead. Okay, first of all, I will tell you the meaning of difficult words. Ballads means simple songs with a story. Poems containing old stories, यानी कि इसका मतलब ballads का मतलब ये है कि कुछ पुरानी कहानियाँ जिसमें जो कैरेक्टर्स इस्तेमाल किए गए, now those characters are dead. Now those characters are become part of the past. वो माजी का हिस्सा बन चुके हैं, वो कहानी बन चुकी है, वो अब जिंदा नहीं है. आप सिंपल सी बात है, हम जब कोई कहानी पढ़ते हैं तो स्टोरी मीन्स समथिंग अबाउट पास्ट. ठीक है, मतलब माजी की बात हो रही है कि अब वो कैरेक्टर्स अब मौजूद नहीं है. दे हैव बिकम पार्ट ऑफ द पास्ट. वो माजी बन चुके हैं. दे हैव बिकम पास्ट नाउ. दे आर नॉट अलाइव. वो अब जिंदा नहीं है. सो बैलेड्स मीन्स अ सिंपल सॉन्ग्स विद अ स्टोरी, या फिर पोएम्स कंटेनिंग ओल्ड स्टोरीज. अच्छा, now the writer is comparing the children with the ballads. Ballads, as I have told you, ballads means old stories, stories which have become past now. The characters of those stories are not existing. The characters of those stories are not alive. They are not in the world now. So the writer is comparing, he is saying that when we compare the children with when we compare these children with the ballads which were ever sung or said, वो कह रहे हैं कि जो ये पुरानी कहानियाँ जो अब पास्ट बन चुकी हैं, ये जो कभी सुनाई गई थी या कभी गाई गई थी, तो when we compare these ballads with the children, who is the better than them? If we compare the children with the ballad, who is better one? Either the children are the better one or the ballads. Who is going to answer me? When we compare the children with the ballads, who is the better one? Either the children or the ballads? Very good, Alishba, Maha, Nawal. Very good. Children. Can you please give me the answer of this question? Why children are better than the ballads? Why are the children better than the ballads? Children क्यों बेहतर हैं, बच्चे क्यों बेहतर हैं ballads के मुकाबले में? अगर आप थोड़ी सी कोशिश करें तो you can give me the answer of this question, because the answer of this question is present in this stanza. Very good, Anusha. Very good. Maha, you have also done a great effort. अगर देखा जाए तो इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर इसी स्टेंजा में मौजूद है. Very good, Anusha. The writer has told you the meaning of ballads. Okay, ballads means the poems, the stories which are old now. It means they are old. The characters of the स्टोरीज आर डेड. इस स्टोरीज में जो जो कैरेक्टर्स बताए गए हैं वो अब नहीं है, वो जिंदा नहीं है, दे आर डेड. दैट इज व्हाई द राइटर इज सेइंग कि यू मीन्स चिल्ड्रन. Children are much better than the ballads because ballads are old stories. Ballads are the part of past. They are become dead. Whatever the characters have been used in these stories, they are now dead. वो मर चुके हैं, वो old हो चुके हैं, they are not existing. But you, the children are, Khatija, you have given very good answer. Very good, Khatija Ali. But you as a children, you are living. You are alive. तुम जिंदा हो. तुम चलते फिरते जीते जागते मेरे सामने मौजूद हो. And in front of you, all the rest are dead. The writer is saying that these, वेरी गुड नवाल, वेरी गुड, बिल्कुल सही आंसर दिया आपने कि द राइटर इज सेइंग कि नाउ आई कैन नॉट मेक माई सेल्फ हैप्पी बाय रीडिंग ऑल दीज बैलेट्स. मैं अपने आप को ये कहानियां पढ़ के खुश नहीं कर सकता. मैं अपनी परेशानियों को इस कहानियों की हेल्प से दूर नहीं कर सकता. वाई? बिकॉज दीज स्टोरीज हैव बिकम पास्ट नाउ. These stories are now the part of past. All the characters which have been mentioned in these stories are dead. They are not existing. That is why I cannot make myself happy by reading these old stories. But I can make myself happy by enjoying your company, by enjoying your innocent talks, by enjoying at your play. That is why I am calling you to come to me because I want to enjoy your company, I want to enjoy your innocent talk, and I want to enjoy your innocence. Because in front of you, all the rest are dead. Rest means the remaining, बाकी. वो कह रहे हैं कि तुम सिर्फ जीती जागती एग्जाम्पल हो मेरे सामने, बाकी मुझे तुम लोगों के सामने सब कुछ ऐसे महसूस होता है जैसे एवरीथिंग इज डेड. So that is why the writer is calling the children to himself because he is confused. Question of old age are troubling him, are making him puzzled, are making him perplexed, and he wants to enjoy the company of children to forget his tensions and worries even for a short period of time. That is why he is saying that the ballads are dead. The characters which are mentioned in the old stories are dead. They do not exist anymore. But you, as a children, are living tombs, and I want to enjoy your company. Okay, now tell me in the chat box, is stanza number 9 clear? Is stanza number 9 explanation clear? Okay. Acha, let me tell you, except few girls, rest of the class is sleeping. Alishpa, Nawal, Anusha, Khatija, Maha, only these few girls are here who are replying me repeatedly. Maha, you are also replying me. Rest of the class is sleeping. Only these few girls are answering me. Khatija, Razak, Khatija Ali. Khatija Ali is also taking part, and rest of the class is sleeping. I'm sorry to say that I will not mark your attendance if you will not take part. Okay, Aima, you are also there. Yes, you also give me the answers. Okay, so this was all about the explanation of stanza number 9. Now I have written for you people a summary, kind of a small, short summary to make it more clear to all of you. Yes, Khatija, your monthly test will be in the form of MCQs. In the same way as you have done your CT class test, your monthly test will also be like your MCQs. Is it clear? Am I clear, beta? Okay, now we are going to I read the summary of this poem for you people for your convenience to make it more clear and easier for you. I have made a small summary, a short summary for you people. Let's start reading the summary. The poet is very fond of children. The children are source of joy and happiness to the poet. He wants to get pleasure and company of children in order to forget his worries. For him, the children are source of light and life. He compares them with singing birds, running streamlets, and blowing breeze. He says that as sun, light, air, and food are necessary for the growth of a plant, so the existence of children is must for keeping world alive. Poet compares the sweet thought and feelings of the children with the busy life of grown-ups. The grown-ups are burdened with problems of life, whereas children are free of all such things. The poet thinks that without children, the world would be useless, dark. He says that children are better than all the poems that have ever been composed. Okay, so this was all about the summary of this poem. The writer has compared the children with sunshine, with running streamlets, with blowing breeze, and he is saying that if there were no children in this world, the world will be worse than the dark before. The world will be colorless. There will be no happiness. There will be no charm in this world. That is why the writer has compared the children with all these things. Okay, now we are going to start the question answer session and I will ask you the questions. Okay, so get ready now. We are going to start the question answer session. What is the question that is disturbing the poet? Who will answer me? What is the question that is disturbing the poet? Very good, Nawal. Very good. Anybody else? Very good, Alishba. What about other students? Are they sleeping? Very good. The question of old age is disturbing the poet. Very good. Okay, the poet is disturbed by his old age and he would die soon. Very good, Khatija. Okay, my next question is, mm, what does the poet mean by saying that the children open the windows that look to the east? What does the poet mean by saying that the children open the windows that look to the east? What does it mean? क्या मतलब है इसका? What does the poet mean by saying that the children are the windows that look towards the east? Children open the windows that look to the east. Yes, because from we daily see that sun rises in the east, and sun rising means a new hope, a new life, a new day, a new beginning. So children are also like a sunrise. Children are also full of energy. They are source of energy and passion and new hope. Okay, very good, Maha, Nawal, Aima. Very good, very good. Okay, my next question is, uh, why does the writer use word autumn for himself? Why does the poet use word autumn for himself? Yes, because autumn is the season in which the leaves become weak, they become yellow in color, and they start to shed or they start to fall from the tree. In the same way, the writer has also become old, and writer has also become weak, and he knows that he is going to die very soon. He is going to leave this world very soon. That is why he has used word autumn for himself. Autumn here, autumn means old age. Okay? Okay. My next question is, uh, how are the children different from the poet? Very good, Khatija Ali. How are the children different from the poet? What is the difference between the children and the poet? What is the difference between the children and the poet? How are the children different from the poet? Yes, very good, Ushna. The children are young, happy, full of life, whereas the poet is old and he is going to die very soon. Yes, very good. Very good. Okay, my next question is, uh, what would happen to us if there were no children? What would happen to us if there were no children? Yes, there would be no life. There, the life would be colorless, worse than before, dark, colorless, no beauty, no energy, no hope. Yes, very good. It would be colorless, dark, and deserted, just like a desert. There will be no happiness in our life if there were no children. Very good. Khatija, Maha, Aima, all the girls, you are doing great job. Okay, my next question is, why does poet call the children to come to him? Why does the poet call the children to come to him? Yes, because he has many worries and he wants to forget his worries and tensions. Okay, my next question is, very good girls. The poet says that children are living and the rest all dead. The poet says that children are living and rest are dead. What does it mean? The poet says that children are living and rest are the dead. What does it mean? Children are living and rest are the dead. And rest are dead. Yes, because children are living. Children are source of life. Children are source of happiness. That is why the writer said that they are living and rest of the things in this world are dead for him. Yes, very good, Anusha. Okay, how are the children better than ballads? How are children better than ballads? Yes, very good. Ballads are old. The characters of ballads are dead, whereas the children are living source of joy, happiness, and energy. That is why children are better than ballads. Okay. So very good, girls. You have done a great job. I hope everything is clear to all of you, and people have marked your attendance as well. So till my next lecture, take very good care of yourself. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you, and Allah Hafiz, everybody.